Mama T, the OG here. Savage self-love alchemist and divorce doula. Coming to you with love don't hurt no more. I want to talk about detachment and the art of detachment and how grief plays a big part on why we are unable to let go. That feeling of grief comes in, and it's hard to see ourselves without people. It's hard to see ourselves no longer interacting with those people we love, even when they've done us wrong. Why? Because there's a certain level of comfortability that is attached to the person, even if they're wicked and abusive, right? And then a lot of times, if you're in relationships that are abusive, there's a mind fuck going on. So they've entered into your psychological landscape, and they've embedded themselves there to where you have this consistent relationship of transaction that's happening to where you are caught up. You're hooked. You can't shake it. You can't set yourself free. And I understand that. And that comes from that level of comfortability. Let me tell you something about comfort, though. Let me tell you about comfort. Your comfort zone, beloved, will kill you. Your comfort zone will kill you. Staying will kill you. Pieces of yourself die each time. Okay? So this is my detachment and my nomadic journey that I've just began experiencing. So I want you to lean in, because I want to talk about this detachment, not the cold shut down type of detachment, but that sacred soul saving kind, the kind that sets you free and protects your peace, honey, and opens up the road for the life that you actually want. So listen here, I'm not teaching from the mountaintop. I'm living it right now. City to city, state to state, hotel rooms, keys in hand. Where's my hotel keys? They over there. The keys in hand, as you can see, my background. My last couple of backgrounds have been in a hotel, right? So, as a Black woman traveling in these United States with a suitcase and a purpose and a promise to myself that I will no longer hold on to anything that costs me my sanity, my softness, or my sovereignty. This is all part of my sovereignty experience. My sovereignty experience. What is sovereignty? Sovereignty is owning everything about you, your body, your emotions, your mental, your spiritual. Everything about you, nothing about you needs validation, input, advice. Now, I'm not saying don't take advice. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be a wise woman about it. But what I'm saying, many times as women, we depend on what other people feel about us. We depend on what other people think about us. We depend on our interactions with other people supporting us and making us feel worthy of value, of recognition. Many times we are connected to people hoping that, that they make us feel worthy of even existing, right? Our whole existence has been integrated into someone else. And I have separated myself from that. Okay. So let me tell you, when I began to hit the road, I wasn't just relocating, I was liberating. I was liberating myself. I left not because I wanted a new view, but because I was tired of living a life that just wasn't mine anymore. You know, I've said this on a couple of episodes that the American dream and that dream and all of that was not my dream. So the day I packed the U-Haul, the day I gave all my stuff away, I should say, the day I started giving all of my things away at my house and just started parting ways with these things that brought me so much joy, so much happiness, and it brought me so many shared memories with people that I love. I realized that detachment is a departure. It's a departure, and it's a decision we make long before the departure happens, and grief associated with it. Right? So my state lines became boundaries, my highways became prayers, and every mile became a lesson in letting go. And I am back now because I still have work to do, and I am planning my next venture. So I might have cried one way and healed coming back, or I could have cried coming back and healed going. It's all a matter of perception. It's all a matter of perception. And I have certain people that I'm connected to that cannot in no way, shape, form ever see this type of lifestyle for themselves. Why? They are too controlled. They're too controlled, and they have to have too much control in their lives. And this right here brings a lot of fear and anxiety. And I'm gonna be honest, this type of free spirited living is not for everyone. I know it's not. Some people need structure, they need grounding, right? But it's interesting for those of us who are free spirited, this is what gives us structure and grounding, being able to move like we move freely and enjoy it, right? So in my transition, I'm leaving a version of me who clung to the things that people said about me, that people needed from me. But with all of my children being grown and me having 2 grandchildren that I raised, I was recycled as a grandmother to be a mom again. And now they're 21 and 22. And my granddaughter gave me a great grandchild. I feel as though I've done a great thing, and I've imparted so much wisdom and so many seeds into them that they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. So now it's my opportunity. It's my time. It's my time. Like, it's the very thing that I've always desired is finally here. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how I feel about it. I have no husband. I'm no longer married. I have no home. I gave that up. The home that I moved to after leaving my marriage, I just gave that up. I no longer renewed the lease. I got a U-Haul, packed that up, put a few things in storage. I do have some connections at possibly getting a smaller, very small size studio type apartment, because that's all I need, while I have a home base, but still be able to move around the way that I need to move around. And I realized that I'm a global citizen. I am a global citizen. Like, there's so much out there that I want to see, do, feel, smell, taste. Like, I remember before I got married with my previous husband, I had said that I wanted to travel the world, do yoga, meditate, read good books, go into temples, see historic sites, go to certain ley lines and feel the energy of those, and make love to sexy and interesting people, and drink exotic drinks, and eat cultural foods. Like, for me, that brings so much joy to my soul just speaking about it. And I actually have a few people that don't want that for me. They don't want that for me. They rather me be close to them so they can have access to me. Fuck what I'm feeling. Fuck what brings me multiple joy and arousal and excitement. And you have those people in your life who are sad. They want to see you happy, but only in proximity to them. Not on your own, not traveling the world, not living your fullest life out there, and expanding. They want to keep you contained, and they want you to be happy there because that makes them happy because they have access to you, right? I took naps in places this past week where I didn't even know I was going to be taking a nap in. I actually was in the airport for over 24 hours, and I had such an amazing experience. I met interesting people, and we had great conversations. And one was going to Russia, and the other one, I don't know where they were going. No, everybody in the airport was going somewhere, right? And I ate and I slept. I took a nap and I drank and it was just, it felt free. It felt free to leave that version of me who clung to things and people that were breaking me. And because people don't necessarily agree with your lifestyle, they think they know what's best for you. I've heard people say, oh, she needs X, Y, and Z. I'm telling you out of my mouth right now what I need. I need this freedom. And these people are still saying what I need, what they think I need. So be mindful. There's going to be people that are going to tell you what they think you need based on their perception of who you are to them, which means they don't really know you. Detachment is teaching me that it doesn't mean that I don't care. So let me clear that up. Detachment doesn't mean that I don't care. It means that I'm not going to carry what isn't mine anymore. And your feelings and perception of what I need and don't need, that is your perception. That is not mine. I know what my soul needs. My soul knows what I need. So let's be clear. Detachment is releasing expectations. Okay, returning your energy back to yourself. And anything that is not your energy, return that shit back to sender. Detachment is letting people be who they show you they are. Letting people be who they are, who they show up as. Let them be that. Let them do what they do. It has nothing to do with you. And don't let them make you feel guilty. When you know you've been a good person, a good friend, a good lover, a good mother, a good wife, don't let those people make you feel guilty for you doing what you need to do for you. It is time to detach. If you feel guilty, you need boundaries and you need to learn the art of what? Detachment. Detachment is not negotiating with your own spirit, not negotiating with your own needs, not negotiating with your own desires, and choosing peace over potential every time. Detachment is choosing peace, your peace in the right now, over potential of what could be based on what somebody's telling you. Honey, please don't fall for that shit. I did that so many times. It's sometimes very disappointing how dishonest people can be. I had somebody last week just lie straight in my face, and I knew they was lying, and I just was like, oh, okay. Why? I let them have it. I ain't tell them I knew nothing, knew the truth. I let them have it. And I'm looking at them like, we too old to be lying. We in our 50s, 60s. What you lying for? But that's what they do. And I've never, for me to try to figure out why they're lying, why they're being dishonest, only they know, right? Detachment, it's the softest no and the loudest way to choose yourself. So it's the softest no and the loudest I choose me. Being able to detach from people, places, things. And baby, let me tell you, detachment becomes easier when you in motion. Detachment becomes easier when you are in motion. The road teaches you what roots actually matter in your life. Okay, so my nomad metaphor is when I can live like a nomad and adjust and adapt. Okay, understand you cannot pack everything. If you plan on leaving the country or leaving your situation, and you do not want to pack everything, you want to pack light. And that's what I felt when I was giving away all those things in my home. I felt like it. I felt my freedom. I felt my choice for freedom. It just got lighter and lighter. My shoulders got lighter and lighter. You'll be surprised how all those things that you have around your house that you're not even using, or they're just sitting there looking pretty, what kind of weight that has on you. And I began learning about minimalism probably about 3 years ago. And I became attracted to that. I didn't know at that time that I was going to be detaching in this way, but that's why I was attracted to it, because I needed to let things go. Okay. What is, and that's also with emotions as well. You need to detach and unpack emotions, meaning unpack those things that you're holding on to, such as old relationships, old identities, old obligations that are outdated and just ran through, old apps on your phone, old guilt. Detach. So I asked myself one question as I got to re-identifying with this new nomadic freedom that I'm experiencing with myself physically, emotionally, mentally, and psychologically, and even spiritually. Does this fit in my new life that I'm building? I have to ask myself. When I want to hold on to something, I ask myself, does this fit in the new life that I'm building? And most of it didn't. I can't. What I'm realizing is I can't take none of this shit with me when I go to the so-called, what they call the by and by. When I go back to the source energy of all creation, when my energy connects back fully into that sphere and space of quantum energy, I can't take none of this shit with me. Only thing comes with me is memory. And that's why the memories are so important. You can't take the car, you can't take the house, you can't take the picture, you can't take the vase, you can't take the art, you can't take none of it. But anywhere I go in the world, I have memories. And that's so important. That's so, so important. And that's what I'm grieving now. I'm grieving the memories. I'm grieving those times, those special times that I spent with my grandchildren, that I even spent with my, previous husband, the times I spent with my children, my mom, I'm all of those beautiful memories. I have those. And it's not a sad thing as much as it's a delightful thing that we were able to create them. So I asked myself, does this fit into my new life I'm building? And most of it didn't. And I left a forwarding address. At this point, I have no forwarding address. At this point, I have no forwarding address. I have no address. So the hard truth is, detachment requires a little heartbreak. not from losing others, but from realizing how long you stayed for the wrong reasons. Mm-hmm. And the hard truth is that staying attached to what drains you is the slowest form of suffering. And I don't believe in long suffering. You know, a lot of the religious people, the long suffering. No, don't come off here with that bullshit. I don't believe in long suffering. I give myself a time limit on suffering. I be like, look, if he's still doing this shit, or she's still doing this, or we still doing this in 6 months, I'm gone. I've always been like that, though. I guess that's something, I don't know, that's always something been in me. Have I long suffered before? Yes, I have. I've stayed years too long, right? But I no longer choose to suffer at a discount. Deserve better, and you deserve better, right? So here's the truth. I learned somewhere in between Georgia and God. I know that there's something between. Okay, there's something in between that, and I'm ready to experience that, right? My nervous system knows that when I've carried too much. Your nervous system knows when you've carried too much, when you've done too much. Your soul knows when you're shrinking. Your body knows when something is no longer yours. You can feel it. The body keeps the score. The body don't lie. Your soul, your intuition does not lie. Detachment is honoring your knowing, and detachment is going to be painful. And it's even more painful based on how long you stayed. Ooh, that part. Oh my goodness. It's a lot. I miss everyone already. But even in missing them, even with being with them, the person that I think I missed most was myself. Fully 100% honoring myself. So being a nomad is teaching me that there's something more there, and it's a lot that I didn't expect. It's teaching me that home is not a location. Home is who you are wherever you are, when you're no longer shrinking. Home is where you are, wherever you are. Wherever you are home. I am the home. What is it that you've always wanted to do? Where have you always wanted to go? Let that stuff fall off. Let it free you. Your future is spacious. You have a great big world out there. Your peace is ready. And the road, honey, the road is just the beginning of your return to yourself. Okay. So if this episode hits you in the chest, hit you in the gut, it's okay. Meet me over at the Love Rehab Collective on School. It's where we detox from old stories, reclaim our boundaries, and rise into our healed, sovereign womanhood. You can join right now for free, because your healing deserves a soft landing. Yes, it does. I am Mama T, the OG, divorce doula, savage self-love alchemist, reminding you to stop bleeding for love and start breathing in your sovereignty. No more self-sacrificing. No more self-abandonment. Calling that shit love and loyalty. Because love should heal you, inspire you, and bring you joy, not drag you. I love you. Check out this next video. Also, be sure to subscribe. And if there's a sister that needs this message, honey, be sure to share. Peace and blessings.
Say yes to your personal transformation. Say yes to your boundaries. Say yes to your empowerment. Say yes to becoming stronger. Say yes to becoming more whole. Say yes to your healing. Say yes to be able to say no. Say yes to your sovereignty. Say yes to your happiness. Say yes to your voice. And most of all, say yes to you. Join me over at the Love Rehab Academy.